out for. You give TGF is going to want to give Cassiopeia blue buff from now on, and blue buff on Cassiopeia will allow her to just, kill Dragon very quickly. They do have how many wriggles? 3 wriggles? They have 2 wriggles, and then the IE from Tristana, and Olaf is chasing down Udyr. The double stun from Alistar. The slow is on Udyr. He's going to try and get away, but I don't see how he's going to clear the gap. Hopefully he can flash over the wall, but he's going to come right into Caitlyn and Karthus. He really is just kind of wandering around. He doesn't know what to do. And there's the flash. He actually pulled them away. As his team was coming up, they did a good job of sounding them off. But Tristana going to take a lot of damage. She does bounce out. Udyr being chased down. So Cassiopeia with the ult will protect Udyr, but then Karthus goes down. They are chasing down after Tristana. Tristana does jump over that wall. So everyone will get out now. Karthus throwing down the ultimate isn't able to pick up any more kills. So just Karthus going down there. Really unfortunate that turned against PG's favor, but TGF doing a fantastic job of regrouping as a team and kind of moving around, cutting off the enemy. They had PG split in half, so they are able to take yet another turret. They have 5 turrets to PG's 1 turret. They are going to be able to steal PG's blue buff here, and then they will recall and immediately regroup at Baron. Both teams should really have strong ward coverage in this left jungle as the game progresses. Baron is a threat for either team at any point in time because they both have fantastic damage dealers for Baron. Karthus and Cassiopeia, again, are among the fastest Baroners in the game if you have one person to tank it for you. As we look at everyone's items, we see that Karthus went Rod of Aegis, so that kind of tanky Karthus build, which was a good decision. Karthus knows that they're going to be trying to focus Karthus down, so you will be able to get more involved in the team fight and throw down your AoE on them and be really aggressive with a little bit more tanking capability. And the Hextech Revolver should help him out if he builds that into a Will of the Ancients. Galio throwing down Thornmail, so really aggressive defensive items, hoping that he can just kind of run into the enemy team, force them to waste some of their abilities on them, and then also with his ultimate kind of take them down very low. Caitlyn does have her damage. Olaf is building towards a Frozen Mallet, so that'll allow him, once he throws down his ultimate, to stick on those soft targets. He will need to get some defense. He needs some magic resist. Otherwise, Caitlyn and Tristana are really going to tear him apart, though Caitlyn is physical. But Cassiopeia, sorry, is going to deal a lot of damage to Olaf, so he does need some magic resist quickly. On the other side, you see TGF, Tristana has an Infinity Edge, and along with that Zeal, so she will be dealing more damage than Caitlyn. Olaf Udyr coming down. He does throw the slow onto Alistar. Alistar gets off his ultimate. Galio has to flash away. They flash after them. Cassiopeia with the slow, and Galio is going to get the ultimate, but Sona broke the ultimate immediately with her ultimate. Tristana picking up another kill. They are able to just, run rampant through the enemy team, but Karthus is doing a ton of damage. He throws down the ultimate. Caitlyn's going to try and chase them down. So you saw they had 4 for none, and then Karthus with that ultimate. Can Caitlyn get another kill? She's trying to get the kill onto Gangplank. It's very close. Gangplank is able to pick up that kill. He does have that Warmog, so he's a little bit tankier, and with that armor. So a great fight by TGF that was almost instantly turned around with Karthus. You saw that PG had lost 4 members, while TGF hadn't lost 1 yet. But with that AoE and with that ultimate, Karthus was able to help them take down 3 and almost get Gangplank and Udyr. Again, that fight was won by TGF, but to start winning those fights, get the game back in their favor, is exactly what PG wants to do, and that kind of is the first stepping stone. So really at this point, they need great ward coverage, number 1. That's the most important thing, and then they want to sit back and farm some more and look for their opportunities to come back into this game. They don't have any ward coverage on Baron. They do need to watch out for that. And they definitely can't lose any major engagements because of how far that TGF has pushed into their base. If PG loses one good fight where they have 4 go down or are aced, while only getting maybe 1 or 2 of TGF's members, then TGF will be able to push into their base, take an inhibitor, and potentially get Baron as well. And once TGF gets an inhibitor, that could be the beginning of the end. It could lead to a fast game end. And Udyr going bottom when Baron is a threat, so PG will recognize this, and they will come for Baron. And TGF CVing Baron, they didn't even have a ward on it. They will get the Baron. Gangplank did throw down his ultimate to try and pick that up, but really no coordination. They didn't have any wards up here. I'm very surprised that TGF allowed them to get Baron so easily. It really is just such a strong factor in the game, and potentially a great turning point for PG. You know, you saw that they almost won that last fight. Well, now with this vastly increased damage output, you know, it's got to be really scary for TGF to be facing them. I'd hope that, you know, maybe they can get some more defensive items, but if they get a good engage, if they're not getting chased down like the last fight, you saw the last fight was almost perfect for TGF. They were chasing down PG the entire time. Well, if PG can get both Alistar and Galio into the enemy team, force TGF to kind of burn all of their abilities on them, that's exactly what PG will want, and it could allow their squishies, Karthus and Caitlyn, to really get lots of damage output out. And then potentially, if they waste too many abilities, Olaf will just kind of run through them and use his high damage output to take down some of TGF's squishy targets. PG will be looking to push right now. They're playing a little bit defensively. You know, they might think that they're still at a disadvantage, but with that Baron, they probably aren't. So they will probably look to push, but they might be a little bit concerned that if they push, then TGF is just going to backdoor them and take their base, you know, from behind. So I believe that is a concern. Really, the way you counter that is good ward coverage, which they don't really have. They have a little bit of ward coverage top, but if TGF comes from this top lane or comes from this bottom lane or mid lane, they don't have any vision. So really, you want good ward coverage and you know, then kind of aggressive pushing down the lane. They don't have any vision top, and Tristana was there a second ago while Udyr's bot, so they are actually probably going to split push. Gangplank is going top. They are going to, like I said, backdoor. PG will push down mid, but Cassiopeia has good clearing capabilities as long as they don't engage on her. So they actually get the top and the bottom. They're going to get the bottom turret. PG will be able to get this inhibitor, but I'm not sure what they're thinking. This might be a base race because they are allowing TGF to take both of their inhibitors. They are going to get both inhibitors. PG will be taking this inhibitor, but the great damage from Caitlyn and Gangplank almost able to kill PG. They do need to watch out, and they are actually targeting the Nexus. They are going after the Nexus, and Gangplank is recalling. Sona and Tristana are recalling. They were able to take two inhibitors, so they want to defend right here if they can. But everyone from PG is pretty low, but they are taking down the Nexus very quickly. Gangplank coming in here, trying frantically to stop them. He's going to try and get the kill into Galio. He will likely get it. Galio is backing up. Karthus will go down, but Tristana is knocked out. She's very low, and they're actually able to take the Nexus, just pushing straight down the base. TGF thought that they were at the advantage with those two inhibitors. I thought they were too. But once PG started their push, they just weren't able to stop them. They weren't able to get any kills, and unfortunately, PG, or well, I guess fortunately, depending on your opinion, PG was able to just rush and push down that base. So definitely a great decision there. A lot of people don't push aggressively enough, so it really is refreshing to see such an aggressive pushing strategy. They knew they were behind for the longest portion of the game, but really key is map control. Neither team doing the best job of map control, so they were able to pick up that Baron, which gave them the strength to just kind of rush the base and push down the Nexus. I'm kind of interested, what would have happened if TGF had decided to push down their Nexus as well, but I believe PG was at the advantage. Even with those inhibitors, even with those super minions coming down to defend this Nexus, and as a result, they were able to, as the game progressed, they did have the great late game capabilities. They were able to push the late game and aggressively push down for the win. Good game overall.